She was more than just a face carved into limestone, more than the subject of a sculpture that would become an icon for the ages. Nefertiti, the beautiful one has come, was a queen, a priestess, perhaps even a pharaoh. She ruled beside the heretic king Akhenaten during one of the most bewildering periods of ancient Egyptian history. And then, just as suddenly as she rose, she vanished. What happened to Nefertiti remains one of the greatest mysteries in all of archaeology. And the deeper you dig, the stranger it gets. It begins in the 14th century BCE, during the 18th dynasty of ancient Egypt. Pharaoh Amenhotep III was nearing the end of a reign marked by wealth and stability. His son, Amenhotep IV, was not like the other royals. He was introspective, obsessed with a singular god named Aten, the solar disk, and would soon turn Egypt's religion, art, and culture on its head. And into this religious revolution stepped Nefertiti. Her origins are obscure. Some scholars believe she was the daughter of Ai, a powerful advisor who would later become pharaoh. Others suggest she came from foreign bloodlines, perhaps even of Mitanni descent, a kingdom in what is now Syria. What is certain is that she entered Akhenaten's life not just as a consort, but as an equal. In bas-reliefs and temple carvings, she stands beside him, nearly the same size, performing religious rituals that no queen before her dared attempt. Together, Akhenaten and Nefertiti founded a new capital city, Akhetaten, modern-day Amarna. There, they established a new religion centered around the sun god Aten. The old pantheon Amun, Osiris, Isis was abandoned. Temples were closed, priests were sidelined. In their place, Akhenaten and Nefertiti became the only intermediaries between Aten and the people, and for a moment it worked. Art flourished in bizarre and beautiful new forms. Instead of rigid poses, sculptures showed affection, movement, even imperfection. Scenes of the royal family with their children, basking in the rays of Aten, were etched into stone. Nefertiti was no passive figure. She held power, and some reliefs even depict her smiting enemies, imagery usually reserved for the pharaoh. Then, around year 12 of Akhenaten's reign, Nefertiti's name disappears. No explanation, no tomb, no body. Did she die in a plague that swept through the city? Did she fall out of favor? Or did she transform into someone else entirely, perhaps even rule Egypt in disguise? In the dusty corridors of modern museums and beneath the sands of Amarna, clues begin to emerge. A mysterious figure named Sminkar appears on inscriptions shortly after Nefertiti's disappearance. This co-regent ruled briefly alongside Akhenaten, or perhaps just after his death. Some believe Smenkhare was his son or brother, but others point to something more radical. Smenkhare may have been Nefertiti, ruling under a new name as pharaoh. Egyptian tradition forbade a woman from ruling unless she assumed full kingship, as Hatshepsut had done generations earlier. Could Nefertiti have pulled the same maneuver? Some inscriptions use male pronouns for Smenkhare, while others are more ambiguous. The gender lines blur. But if she became pharaoh, why the subterfuge? Akhenaten's religious revolution had made him enemies. The priesthood of Amun, displaced and enraged, was regaining influence. Perhaps Nefertiti's transformation was a way to hold on to power and to protect the dynasty until a more traditional successor, like the boy Tutankhamun, could take the throne. There's another clue, a shattered limestone block found in Hermopolis that bears her full title. Nefert Nefertiti, used in what appears to be a pharaonic context. Other artifacts reference a female king named Neferueten, who ruled after Akhenaten. Could this be Nefertiti herself, under a new royal name? And yet, her tomb has never been found.